Community Connection welcomes you, my cherished subscribers, viewers, and followers, to this episode that I call Throwback Sunday. I'm endeavoring every Sunday with the breath of life to go outside the box and do something different. Hence the reason for the name Throwback Sunday. Well, today, rainy one at that, I want to take a look at two key issues. And I made a list, so from time to time you might see me looking down. Yes? I want to look at the state of agriculture in my beloved country here in Grenada. And I want to take a look at the Spice Mass Corporation vis-a-vis the Grenada Cultural Foundation. First, let me invite you folks to continue following, subscribing, sharing, and liking. Also, your comments will be invaluable. It would help to chart my way forward in an attempt to provide quality related content. Thanks again. All right, so let us take a look at the state of agriculture. I don't want to go in too much depth. I'm not any professional. I'm just a green thumb who listens, who looks, who observes at things from my small vantage point. Yeah? So, we've been hearing a lot about food security. Folks, what is food security? My basic understanding, even before, checking with a dictionary or such, is being able to sustain and feed oneself. Yeah? How can this be achieved? So I have three main points that I looked at. I'm quite sure many of you may have a lot that you can share at the end of this discourse. So on. How do we get the youth involved? Yes, this is a burning question. Folks, when I look around, the die-hard farmers, save and except one or two young people, are at an age almost to retire. Yeah? By and large, and for the most part, their children, again, save and except a few, would have migrated, gone to greener pastures, to study and otherwise. And oftentimes, they stay out there. They don't even come back. If they do, it's just to spend a few days and then to move on. What I'm trying to say is that at the end of the day, when they would have retired, the lands remain in a state of disuse. Yes? And ultimately, what they do is sell the lands. Now, when these lands and them are sold, I have seen that these lands become residential areas. People start building houses. Yeah? And so you look at acreage of arable lands going a begging, for the construction of houses. Now, I have come to the conclusion, I've realized that the youth these days, for the most part, do not want to do any hard, laborious work. Yeah? And in order to get agriculture palatable to them, I believe that we have to take a different approach. It has to be revolutionized. Introduce machinery, yeah, so as to get them involved, because we need continuity, you know. At the end of the day, you would still need farmers, people to produce the foods, to drive this economy and feed the masses. Yeah, that's one. Two, does Grenada have a seed bank? We hear a lot of talk these days about GMO seeds. Yeah, I believe that it's critical that every country possess a seed bank where they have heirloom seeds that can be provided to farmers with the hope that once whatever fruits or vegetables are harvested, that they would give back a portion of the seeds so that it could be spread far and wide to other farmers, other interested persons that wants to do some form of planting. Yeah? This is critical. I'm not aware that Grenada has such, but I want to encourage the authorities to look seriously into investing into a seed bank. Another burning issue is trying to encourage locals, Grenadians, to grow what they eat and eat what they grow. Man, oftentimes I pass by these fast food joints and them, whether it be morning, noon, and night, and the lines are very long. It burns my heart at times. You know, even early in the morning, you pass and you see people buying these things and them. I don't want to discourage and spread any negativity towards fast food. Yeah, because I think it helps to generate revenue and employment for a lot of us. But I think the Food and Nutrition Council can play a pivotal role in that regard. Yeah? So much so for the side of agriculture. Let us now take a look at the Spice Mass Cooperation vis-a-vis the Grenada National Cultural Foundation. One might ask, was 2024 Spice Mass successful? And it can be measured from various standpoints. Yeah, monetarily, participation-wide in terms of people getting involved, visitors, etc. I am of the opinion, based on what I saw, that it was successful. And I looked at two things. Participation. I saw flags from within the Caribbean countries and even flags from Africa. And that was definitely a first for me, just to name a few. Again, there was an outpouring of masqueraders, revelers, both local and international. Yeah? Another issue that needs to be looked at seriously is timeliness. And I refer to a lot of the shows, Calypso, Soca Monarch, Monday Night Mass, just to name a few. We have a huge problem when it comes to time. And it's time that something be done about that. I am all for introducing penalties. Yes, I think this is one way that we could ensure that time is respected. Because mind you, you have a lot of people coming from far and wide. And they have been accustomed to time going to functions, whether it be North America, Europe, etc., and starting on time. This is critical and this needs to be addressed. Spice Mass Corporation, please, I urge you to look into that. Yeah? Where is the Grenada Cultural Foundation report, analysis, and post-mortem of Spice Mass 2024? I remembered a few months ago, it may have been on GBN, Beyond the Headlines, I think. The chairman speaking about a post-mortem, for want of a better word, analysis, review of Spice Mass being done. Shouldn't we be made aware of its findings? I think it's disrespectful not to speak to Grenada and the world at large about your findings. I urge you, Mr. Chairman, to share with us your findings. What are the preparations for 2025? Have we even started preparing for 2025 now that we're into the final month of 2024? I have a suggestion and an idea. Now, let me propose, in order for there to be mass participation by Grenada and Grenadians to raise awareness and promote we culture, that the months leading up to Carnival, that we first start with the promotion in-house. And when I say in-house, I mean within the state of Grenada, Caribbean, Petit Martinique, on a parish-to-parish level. Yes? Before we look outside, or it can go hand in hand. You start with its promotion on a parish level here in the state of Grenada and promoting it on the outside so as to get more visitors. Come share our Spice Mass. A few other things. Are there any workshops being planned? And I'm looking at workshops involving the major stakeholders. Example, mass band leaders, people that do the wire bending, building costumes, steel band leaders, calypsonians, and administrators in general. I don't recall within the past few years any talk, and I'm subject to correction, of any workshops for budding and aspiring band leaders, wire benders, calypsonians, even if it means you're bringing well-known persons in the art form from our sister islands, Trinidad, Barbados, St. Vincent, Antigua, to assist. I strongly encourage that. Yeah? I'm quite sure that many of you may have a plethora of ideas to share so as to help upgrade, strengthen, make better our culture, Grenada Spice Mass. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen my 2 cents on issues that I see, we share. Thank you for viewing, and stay tuned for much more.